All right, hello everybody. So it's been a little while since I did the unboxing on the Funko Advent Calendar. It's about a month later. But one of the things that I promised was that I was going to do something very special with these, and we're going to find out together if it's actually going to work. So as you can see, one of the problems that I have with these Funkos is the fact that they never want to stand up. Or if they do, there are just a limited number of them that will. Like, yes, no problem. However, this guy, of course now they're proving me wrong. But anyways, sometimes they just don't want to stand up. So as you notice, all of these were stood up at one point. They've fallen over. So what I was thinking is, why not, since these are Advent Calendar Funkos, turn them into ornaments? So hopefully now for next year, I'll have a bunch of ornaments that I'll be able to use. So what we're going to do today is we're going to drill some holes, put in some eye hooks, and then see what happens with these guys. So stay tuned. We'll go ahead and get started. All right, so as you can see, we've got some new things on the bench. We have our clamp here. You don't necessarily need this, but since I am going to be doing this on camera, it's going to make things easier for me. You need a drill or some sort of drilling device. You need a drill bit. You're going to need some eye hooks, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll leave links down in the description for all of these on Amazon. You can probably get them cheaper if you go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or some other, goods store. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's try one that I'm not too keen on first. So we'll go ahead and start with this guy. Hopefully we're not going to have any problems with the clamps, so we'll see what happens. And again, you don't necessarily need the clamp, but I'm thinking since it is on camera and I want to make sure that I have good grip on here. Oops, actually, probably get more of his head in there to make sure that it's in there secure. All right, here we go. And if you are going to be using a clamp, make sure you have some good secure like plastic or something like that rather than metal, because otherwise you're definitely going to damage them. And you're going to want to do some testing first. This is I think a 1/16 bit. And then here we go. Wish me luck. Helps if it goes the right direction. Woo, that went in there well. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get our first eye hook. And I tested first on a piece of wood. This is the size eye hook that I'm going to be using. And we're just going to put them in just like this. So it was a little off center, which is not the end of the world. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drill a few more. And we'll go at it in higher speed, and then we'll catch up, and I'll talk about some of the things that I learned and some of the things that I liked and didn't like while doing this. If you have any questions, ask down below. All right, so I'm about 20 some odd in so far. I've definitely gotten better at using the vice grip or the clamp with the Funkos and securing them. You don't need to go too tight with it, otherwise you might damage the Funko, obviously. And then also you don't need to push down too hard either with the drill, or in this case, the impact driver. It goes in pretty easily. And just like that, we're good to go. And then as far as the eye hook is concerned, you can do it by hand, like I'm doing it, or some people, they'll use another drill and put like an eye hook on that, and that way they'll just spin and do it. But I just want to be careful just to make sure that it's not going to do anything to the plastic. I'm not a big fan of plastic and drills, so anyways, and then I wanted to also make sure that we had time to do this one together because it is clear. One of the nice things about it being clear is you're going to be able to see the drill going in. So we'll do this one a little bit closer than the other ones, and also have it a little higher up as well to make sure that we can see the head. And we'll see what happens here. Figure this one will be more interesting with that. And then we've got the drill bit that's covered in plastic. And then we're gonna go just like this. So pretty cool, you could actually see the bit go in. So now let's go ahead and put the eye hook in. I will say that's probably the only thing I like about this type of figure is the fact that you can actually see everything going in. And hopefully you guys can see the camera is picking up. We'll go ahead and get this a little bit closer here. Hopefully it'll pick up. I don't know if it... There we go. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, unfortunately, but it goes in there pretty well. So that was just a good way to do it. And then, last but not least, we have our fuzzy guy right here. Probably one of my favorites out of all of them. So hopefully this goes well. Yeah. All right. Let's see if there's anything different with this as opposed to the other ones, since, it is fuzzy. And nope, it's just like the other ones, just a little bit different plastic, it looks like. And we're doing the last one here. Hole is a little harder to see because of the fuzz. And if you missed any of the other videos, I did do an unboxing and then a summary with all of them as well. All right, so we're almost done now. So what we'll do now is I'll go ahead and get the vice grip off, or the vice clamp grip thing, I don't know, off the bench here, and then we'll go ahead and add in the hooks. Actually, before we do that, I did want to say the eye hooks that I purchased here did come with some pretty good drill bits, except I already had one that was going to work with my impact driver, so that's the one I was using. But what I liked about this set is that it did come with lots of different eye hooks, so I could choose which one I wanted to use. So just thought it'd be good to share that with you guys. All right, so as you can see, we got lots of plastic there. And then I got some cheap ornament hooks from Amazon here, but obviously you can choose what is going to be best for you. I'll just get a couple of these out here. I'm not going to hook all of them, but just because I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with how these work. So that'll be good enough for our example here. And then if you do have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. All right. So it's as simple as taking our hook, just like this, taking this, going like this, and now we can hook that on a tree. How awesome is that? Of course, I already put away all of my Christmas trees, so I can't really hang it. But as you can see, you could hang just like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and do a couple more. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And with that, have a great day.